Hi, my name is Tony, and in today's video, I'll be going over the question, is it possible to get rich day trading? And I'll be using some of my own personal experiences to further discuss the topic. So if you guys were on social media recently and been searching up financial videos, chances are you've seen some advertisements or videos or posts that seem to claim you can get rich by purchasing penny stocks, a certain cryptocurrency, or by trading a certain way. And while there's certainly some truth to it, there are many people that got rich day trading, and it's certainly possible to get rich day trading. The reality is 99% of people won't be very successful. At the very least, 99% of people won't get rich by doing it. I think around 90% of people lose money. The other 9% kind of go even or come out on top a little bit, but people that actually make a lot of money day trading are in a very, very small minority. Um, I think in reality, the one content I've watched that I think holds a lot of truth to it in regards to day trading are those Bitcoin memes that have Pink Wojak wanting to blow his head off after Bogdanov continues to rig the market against him. And when you start day trading, that's exactly what things are going to feel like. Um, you're going to essentially lose some trades and most likely lose more trades than you win. And every time you lose a trade, it just feels like you're that close. As soon as you buy a stock, it goes down, and then you'd be like, oh crap, if only I bought it like a moment later. And the moment you sell a stock, the thing just moves up against you, and it just feels rigged at certain times. Um, when you trade more and more, I think naturally you'll notice a lot of market patterns, and eventually you can start creating your own trading strategy. Once you find this trading strategy, it's just important to become consistent with it and to repeat it over and over again. And eventually you should find some sort of success. I mean, personally, I've been day trading for about 5 years, and I hate to say it, I'm still in the net loss here. Um, but I think over time I have certainly become better at day trading. When I first started, I didn't understand a lot of things like risk management or diversification. I put a lot of money into a single stock, and usually it's not very reputable stock. And then sometimes I'd be right. The stock would go up 10, 20% a single day. I'd make a grand or two, and I'd be like, man, I'm so good at this. I'm gonna get rich. But in the long run, the losses do hurt a lot more than the wins, even on a mathematical basis. When you think about it, to double your account, you have to make 100%, but to lose, the money just made from doubling your account, you only have to lose 50%. So, if you lose, all it takes is one terrible trade to blow up most of your account. So you got to be really careful about, investing in smart assets. Some of my best trades in the past 5 years were betting on penny stocks, actually. The one that I think my best trade actually over the past 5 years was on a company called MySize. This is the right ticker as I remembered. And if we just now, this company hasn't been doing too well. They've been through a lot of reverse splits in the past few years, and I'll go over what a reverse split is in a future video. But essentially, a quick summary is that they merge a lot of shares together. Like, instance, if each stock is like 1 cent, right, you need to have like a stock price that's at least $1 to be compliant on a stock exchange. They merge 100 shares into one, and the stock price would increase by 100-fold, so that the stock is artificially increased to $1. I entered this stock, I think in right around here actually. The stock was 62 cents at the time. Now they've been through reverse splits, which says here $9, but it was 62 cents at the time. Um, and I remember seeing the stock here, and for some reason the stock opened down that day. I don't know how I saw it, but I was basically like, man, I think it can go back to. I think this was around 80 cents, 90 cents at the time. I think I was like, oh, it's gonna go up. I think it can go up. So I bought about 10,000 shares into this company. Again, it was only about 60 cents at a time, so it was a $6,000 investment. And I held on, and people started to talk about it a lot as soon as I bought in, like literally the next day. Apparently, they might have I think they made an announcement that they were going to be showing up to some sort of technology conference, and they had something special to reveal, and people got really excited. This company, after all this time, I still don't know what this company really does, but I think they had some sort of measuring tool that helps online retailers, and people are like, "Oh, Amazon's going to buy this company. It's going to be amazing." Um, and so people bought the crap out of it. And basically, I actually had steel hands or iron hands back in the day where I was like, "Oh, I'm not selling. I'm not selling." Like, really, me right now, I'd probably take profit right at this level because I'm like, try not to be greedy here. But back then, I could really hold a company for a long time if I was, excited about it. So I sold just about near the very top. It went from 60 cents at the time to I think it was $3.50. I sold it around 3.20. So you think about that. I didn't sell all of it at 3.20. Some of it I took a little bit of profit every here and there, but all in all, I made a crap ton of money off that trade. And man, does it feel good to make a lot of money like that. I think I was still in school at this time, so I basically just feel really good about yourself after a good trade. There's nothing quite like it. You're just in a good mood. Imagine being like, I think from here to here was like a difference of $10,000, $15,000 if I remember correctly, for me in a single day. So and I'm not exactly rich by any means, so that was a lot of money for me. I was really happy about it. But on the reverse side of that, something like this happens very, very, very rarely where you can call it right and actually make a lot of money off it. Looking back at it, I'm very surprised I was actually able to make this trade. Some of the really terrible trades I made was on SVXY. Now, this is a pretty complex financial instrument, but essentially it tracks the volatility index, which is um, an indicator of insurance for stocks. Basically, when stocks go down, this thing goes up. It's the price of insurance, as some people refer to it as. But the SVXY is basically the opposite of insurance. And this thing, back in around this time, it was a hot investment. I wasn't exactly day trading this. I was just holding it. It was fantastic. And over here, I think it got a little too heated. I wasn't holding it here. I wasn't holding it here. On this day, the stock market crashed like 3-4%, which really isn't even a lot compared to today's standards, where the market can just fall 12% a single day. But here I was like, okay, this is probably going to go back up. We see some sort of technical support here, here. Yeah, this is like a good area. It'll probably bounce higher. And so I think I put in 15 or so $1,000. This thing also did go through a reverse split. I remember when I bought in, it was like, I think it was like 90 or so dollars a share. And I wasn't actually looking at the news when it came out, but apparently it was that due to a technical rule, this ETF had to be liquidated, like effectively bankrupt, one could say, because of how high volatility rose that day. So everything within this fund had to be sold off, and the shareholders weren't exactly left with anything. And I wasn't paying attention to this news, and in the after hours, this thing just collapsed. So 2 hours later, I'm expecting to make some money, and next thing I see, I'm down $10,000, and I was like, "Is something wrong with my phone? I think I think something might be wrong here. I'm gonna restart my phone. Something's definitely a little wrong." But no, I was very much down about $10,000 that day, and it hurts like a motherfucker. What can I say? And that's when, at that moment, I felt like Pink Wojak. I wanted to blow my brains out. That was a lot of my money. The money I made from my size, I lost a lot of it in the previous trade, and that was half of my account, more than half of my account gone in like a few hours. A good trade feels really good, but a shitty trade, man, that thing hurts a fucking lot. But in any case, the summary for this video is basically day trading is it's not something that you can master overnight. Now, there are a lot of good stocks that you can hold on for an extended period of time. If you want to day trade something like a penny stock, if you look these days, there's always seems like something's moving. Tesla, if you hold this thing correctly. this thing, moves a lot every single day. You call it right. You can make 10% back and forth, back and forth. It's possible, but again, 90% of people fail for a reason. I was one of them. I still am one of them. So, call me a bad day trader if you want. Sure, I admit it. But if you're going headfirst into this, I would definitely be very careful. And I wouldn't risk more money than what you can tolerate. For me, I started off with a good amount of my savings and I lost most of it. So be careful and be safe. It's definitely something you can do, but it takes time. So just be very cautious. With that being said, thank you very much for watching my video on day trading, and I wish you best of luck in your trades. Thank you very much. Take care.